Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is ELIA MAISARAH binti ZAKI. Today, I will present a study titled Itogram-based Analysis of Communication and Social Behavior in Technical. This presentation focuses on topic 5 and topic 12, which are communication and social behavior, using itogram-based observation of two domestic groups, or known as technical. First and foremost, let's talk about introduction. The domestic goat, scientifically known as Capra aegazocercus, belongs to the Bovidae family and shares its essential origin with the West African dwarf group, which includes popular compact breeds like the pygmy goat. Known for their small size and friendly nature, these pygmy goats showcase the exact traits of a highly social and active animal. They naturally live in groups with strong social interaction, thriving in a herd environment. To maintain their tightly knit community structure, they constantly communicate through vocalization, such as unique bleating sounds alongside precise body signals like head movements and tail wag. The objectives of these studies are as follows. First, to develop an itogram for domestic pygmy goats based on observable behaviors recorded during the observation period. Second, to record the frequency of behaviors displayed by two individual goats referred to as goat A and goat B. Third, to compare behavioral differences between the two individuals using quantitative analysis. Finally, to interpret the observed behavior in relation to animal communication systems and social behavioral structure. This study involves the observation of two domestic pygmy goats identified as goat A and goat B within the same enclosure for a period of 15 minutes. Behavioral data were collected using vocal animal sampling combined with continuous behavioral recording. This assures a detailed observation of each individual throughout the study period. Different recording methods were used depending on the behavior observed. Resting behavior was recorded using instantaneous sampling at 10 seconds intervals, while all other behaviors were recorded using continuous recording, where each assurance was recommended whenever it was observed. This methodology enabled accurate quantification of behavioral frequencies and facilitates comparisons between group A and group B. Itogram. The itogram consists of operationally defined behavioral category sets ensure consistency in data collection. Locomotion refers to movement greater than one body weight. Foraging refers to active searching for food using head and mouth for at least 2 seconds. Feeding refers to chewing or swallowing without active searching. Resting refers to no movement for at least 10 seconds. Grooming includes scratching or licking the body. Vocalization refers to breathing sounds without physical contact, which is important for communication analysis under topic 5. Aggression includes pushing or threatening posture, while submission refers to avoidance or retreat behavior, both linked to social structure under topic 12. Play behavior refers to non-aggressive interaction such as chasing or running without dominant intention. When comparing both individuals, a clear behavioral contrast can be observed. Goat A exhibits a more active and exploratory behavioral profile characterized by high frequency of locomotion, object exploration, vocalization, and play behavior. The higher occurrence of vocalization suggests a greater involvement in communication activities, which is relevant to topic 5, communication. In addition, the frequent play behavior indicates a higher level of social interaction and engagement with the surrounding environment. In contrast, goat B displays a predominantly inactive behavioral profile, with resting being the most frequently observed behavior. These individuals show lower frequency of vocalization, locomotion, and exploratory activities, suggesting reduced communication and environmental interaction during the observation period. From a social behavior perspective, the distance between the two groups may reflect individual variation in activity levels, social tendencies, or behavioral growth within the group. Overall, goat A appeared more social, active, and communicative, where the goat B adopted a more passive behavioral strategy dominated by resting behavior. To determine whether differences exist in social behavior between the two groups, a pair sample t-test was conducted using the frequencies of play, grooming, aggression, and submission behavior. The null hypothesis states that there was no significant difference in social behavior frequency between goat A and goat B, while the alternative hypothesis states that a significant difference exists. A significant level of 0.05 was applied. The result of the t-test were then used to determine whether the observed behavior differences were statistically significant. The third sample t-test showed that goat A had a slightly higher mean social behavior frequency of 4.75 compared to 4.25 for goat B. However, the analysis produced a p-value of 0.731, which is greater than the significant level of 0.05. Therefore, the null hypothesis could not be rejected, indicating that there was no statistical significant difference in social behavior frequency between the two groups. Overall, the findings of the study are consistent with previous research. According to Broom and Fraser, 2020, goats are highly social animals that communicate through vocal, tactile, and visual signals, while behaviors such as grooming and play help maintain social bonds and group cohesion. Similar behavioral patterns were observed in this study. Next, the observed behaviors may also have been influenced by abiotic and biotic factors. Abiotic factors such as the enclosure environment and time of observation can affect the goat's activity levels and willingness to interact. Meanwhile, biotic factors, including individual temperament and social hierarchy, may explain why goat A was more exploratory and communicative, where the goat B was more passive and spent more time resting. Next is echogram limitation. This study was limited by the short 16-minute observation period and the small sample size of only 2 goats. In addition, the echogram did not record micro behaviors such as ear movement, tail flicking, or facial expressions, which could provide a more detailed understanding of goat communication and social behavior. Finally, although goat A appeared more active and social interactive than goat B, the paired sample t-test showed no significant difference in overall social behavior frequency with a p-value of 0.731. This may be because both goats displayed similar frequencies of key social behaviors, particularly grooming and submission, resulting in comparable overall social behavior despite differences in play and vocalization. In conclusion, the echogram successfully captured goat behavior using objective operational definitions. Clear differences were observed between goat A and goat B in activity levels and behavioral patterns. Most importantly, the study demonstrated that goat behavior involved both communication systems and social behavior structure, highlighting the importance of ecological analysis in animal behavior studies. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and thank you for watching.